You've heard of Rosa Parks, the black woman who refused to give up her bus seat and sparked a movement, but she wasn't the first to use her body as a challenge to unjust laws. Let me introduce you to a man who exposed the absurdity of America's racial codes more than 60 years earlier. His name, Homer Plessy. Plessy was born in New Orleans in 1862. By every practical measure, he was white, 7/8 white, just 1/8 black. Louisiana law had a term for it, mathematical blackness. Imagine a government so obsessed with control that it reduced a human to a fraction. Plessy and his allies decided to use that absurdity against the system. In 1892, he boarded a train in New Orleans with a first-class ticket and sat in the whites-only car. To the naked eye, he blended in with every other passenger. But when the conductor approached, Plessy announced, "I'm a colored man." He was arrested on the spot, but that was the plan. He volunteered to be a test case to drag the Separate Car Act into court. Quiet defiance designed to expose the hypocrisy of the law. The case went all the way to the Supreme Court, Plessy versus Ferguson, 1896. Plessy's lawyers argued that segregation violated the new 14th Amendment, which promised equal protection under the law. The court betrayed that promise. In a 7-1 decision, they ruled that separate but equal facilities were constitutional. In reality, nothing was equal. Segregation was legalized. Only one justice dissented, John Marshall Harlan, and his words still echo. Our Constitution is colorblind and neither knows nor tolerates classes among citizens. But Harlan stood alone and Plessy lost. It wasn't until 1954 in Brown versus Board of Education that the court finally overturned Plessy. Nearly 3 generations lived and died under separate but equal before it was undone. Here's the lesson. Liberty can be torn down overnight. Rebuilding it takes a long time. Homer Plessy knew that. He knew his one act of defiance would not bring victory fast, maybe not in his lifetime, but he did it anyway, because resistance is not a moment, it's a way of life. And because he stood up, Rosa Parks could one day sit down. Because he planted the seed, others could harvest the fruit. That's where we are now. We are living in a fragile democratic republic. The Supreme Court may fail us, politicians may betray us, but if we give up, the story ends here. Civic action and quiet defiance are not hobbies. They are survival. We have to join together. We have to stay in it for the long haul and carry the weight of our own generation's fight. Hopefully it won't take 60 years this time, but if we refuse to face the reality, we'll never pull our weight. Be the Plessy so the Rosa Parks can cross the finish line.